6 lucky numbers to hit the jackpot on Monday 7th, 2025. Buddhist teachings. Have you ever wondered, is luck really just random? Or is it something we can quietly create through our breath, our thoughts, and our daily choices? This Monday, July 7th, 2025, isn't just a special date on the calendar. It's a powerful moment to pause, reflect, and reconnect with what truly matters. It's a chance to plant the seeds of real fortune by living with presence, intention, and inner wisdom. In today's video, we'll explore 6 lucky numbers, not just for material gain, but as meaningful symbols drawn from Buddhist teachings. Each number carries a deeper message, a mirror for your inner journey, from dreams to action, from chaos to clarity, from confusion to awakening. This isn't about superstition. This is a reminder. When you live with awareness, you don't chase luck. Luck begins to find you. So if you've been waiting for a sign, a spark of inspiration, or simply a quiet morning to begin again, this message is for you. Let these numbers guide you, not just toward possible wins, but toward something far greater, the kind of wealth that begins within. 1. Number 3. Master Builder of Dreams. On this special Monday, July 7th, 2025, let's take a deeper look at one of the most powerful numbers for attracting not just luck, but lasting peace and purpose, the number 3. In both numerology and Buddhist wisdom, the number 3 isn't just a symbol, it's a living energy that helps bring your goals out of the clouds and gently down to earth. Known as the Master Builder, number 3 represents the perfect balance between vision and action. It reminds us that success isn't about rushing toward results, but about taking small, consistent steps forward brick by brick. In Buddhist teachings, 3 also carries deep meaning. It reflects the qualities of awakened beings: wisdom, patience, and freedom. These aren't abstract ideas, they are real qualities within you, ready to grow if you nurture them. But in a world where everything moves fast, have you ever stopped to ask yourself, am I giving my dreams the time and care they truly need? Let me share a real-life story. A friend of mine named Linda worked as an accountant, but always dreamed of opening a small vegetarian cafe. For years, that dream felt impossible, too big, too risky, too far away. But instead of quitting her job and jumping all in, she chose to build her dream slowly. She took one small cooking class every weekend, saved a little money each month, and volunteered at a local eatery to learn how things worked. It took her 3 years, but she finally opened her cafe. And because she built it step by step, it was solid, soulful, and ready to thrive. Today, her little shop is not only a success, it's a place of peace and community, just as she once imagined. So I ask you, what dream is quietly waiting in your heart? What would happen if you gave yourself permission to build it, not quickly, but mindfully? Start your morning tomorrow with a small ritual. Close your eyes, breathe deeply. Visualize yourself laying one strong brick toward your dream. With each breath, softly repeat, 3. Then write down 3 simple actions you can take this year to get closer to that dream. Maybe it's learning a new skill, starting a savings jar, or talking to someone already doing what you hope to do. It doesn't have to be big, just real. At the end of each month, especially on the 3 rad, pause for a moment. Take 3 deep, mindful breaths. Ask yourself, am I still walking in the direction of what matters most to me? The Buddha taught that true wealth is found not in how fast we move, but in how mindfully we walk. So remember, number 3 is not just lucky, it's a symbol of building wisely, with heart and steady hands. The message is simple. Every great dream begins with a small step, but it's the patient, consistent ones that turn those dreams into something real. So what dream are you ready to build on, small brick at a time? 2. Number 9. Infinite harmony. Number 9 carries a powerful energy in many spiritual traditions, and within the lens of Buddhist-inspired wisdom, it symbolizes transformation, balance, and infinite possibility. It's not just a number, it represents the completion of cycles and the sacred union of the mind, body, and spirit working in harmony. In Buddhism, transformation doesn't mean becoming someone else. It means uncovering your true self beneath the layers of distraction and delusion. The number 9 is often associated with spiritual maturity and awakening, where one begins to see clearly beyond temporary pleasures and embraces a deeper, more meaningful life. Just like the lotus flower rises from the mud to blossom in the sun, so too can we rise above confusion when our energies are aligned. As the Buddha said, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. Start your Monday morning on July 7th with a simple practice. Sit in quiet stillness, breathe deeply, and silently repeat the number 9 with each breath. Let this be a reminder of your ability to transform challenges into opportunities. Then, ground your thoughts by writing down 3 meaningful life goals that truly resonate with your heart, not just career or material ambitions, but things that bring peace, fulfillment, and harmony to your life. Once you've set these goals, break them down into 8 small but clear steps for each. This simple act is a reflection of disciplined mindfulness, and when practiced consistently, it helps shift your life from chaos to clarity. What seems like luck to the outside world is often just the result of inner alignment and consistent effort. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," and in this case, it begins with awareness. Men in their 30s to 60s often find themselves at a crossroads between duty and desire, ambition and inner peace, and the number 9 is a timely reminder that true abundance isn't a jackpot outside of you, but the harmony and balance you create within. When you align your inner world, your outer world begins to shift subtly, steadily, and powerfully. 3. Number 11. Awakening and opening. Today, I want to talk to you about something truly special, the number 11. Now, this might seem like just another number at first glance, but in Buddhist teachings and spiritual traditions, 11 holds a unique kind of energy. It's seen as a symbol of awakening, a gentle nudge from the universe reminding us to open our hearts and minds to a deeper understanding of life. You see, number 11 appears when we're being called to step into a higher level of awareness, not through complexity or control, but through something much simpler: mindfulness and concentration. The Buddha taught, "With mindfulness, strive on." That's the essence of the number 11, a quiet invitation to return to yourself, to wake up, and to live fully in the now. Imagine this. It's Monday morning, July 7th, 2025. Instead of rushing into your day on autopilot, you pause. You take 11 deep, mindful breaths. With each inhale, you draw in peace. With each exhale, you let go of tension. How would your life feel if you gave yourself that space every morning? Breathing with intention is a sacred act. It's not just air entering your lungs, it's life entering your awareness. Try it tomorrow. 11 slow breaths before your coffee, before checking your phone, before the chaos of the day begins. This simple ritual can ground you in presence, which is exactly where clarity and joy live. Now, let's go a step further. What if you placed the number 11 somewhere you'd see it often, maybe on your desk, your phone, wallpaper, or even on your mirror? Not as a superstition, but as a reminder. Be here now. Not in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries, but right here, where your power is. The Buddha once said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." Number 11 helps us do just that. And here's a little practice I encourage you to try this week. Each evening, write down 2 things, one thing you're ready to let go of, and one thing you want to grow. Maybe today you let go of overthinking, and you choose to nurture patience. Small actions like this plant the seeds of transformation little by little. After all, the lotus blooms not overnight, but gradually as it rises through the mud. So let me ask you, what are you ready to release today? And what quality do you want to welcome into your heart? Remember, number 11 isn't just lucky in the sense of chance. It's lucky because it reminds you that the real jackpot in life is your ability to awaken, to choose, to be fully alive in this very moment. When you find yourself standing between 2 doors, the past and the future, I invite you to gently open the door of the present, because that's where all the miracles begin. If this message touched your heart today, leave a comment with these simple words. I choose presence. No need to explain, just let this be your quiet affirmation, your way of opening the door to the now. 4. Number 29. Balance, freedom, and awakening. 29 carries a deeply sacred significance, particularly for those walking the path of inner growth and conscious living. Rooted in the symbolic journey of the Buddha, who is said to have taken 29 lotus steps following his enlightenment, this number speaks directly to the heart of spiritual awakening. It reminds us that the path to peace is not rushed. It unfolds step by step, just as the lotus rises from the mud to bloom in the sunlight. In today's fast-paced world, especially for those between the ages of 30 and 60, filled with responsibilities, pressures, and the constant push to succeed, the number 29 offers a much-needed invitation to pause and regroup. It teaches us that success is not only measured by material gain, but by how connected we are to our purpose, how peaceful we feel within, and how we flow with the rhythm of life rather than against it. When you start your Monday, July 7th, 2025, take a moment before the busyness sets in. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. With each inhale, mentally repeat 29 and visualize a golden light entering your body, radiating calm, wisdom, and presence. This small yet powerful ritual can anchor you amidst chaos, helping you return to your center. Keeping the number 29 close written on paper in your wallet, on your desk, or even worn as a pendant serves as a reminder to stay present and trust life's unfolding. As the Dhammapada says, awake, be the witness of your thoughts. You are what observes, not what you observe. This means we are more than our circumstances, we are the still awareness behind them. The energy of 29 is also about alignment. When our actions, thoughts, and heart are in harmony, we open doors to insight, joy, and even unexpected fortune. In many traditions, lucky numbers aren't just superstition, they're reminders to live with intention. In modern terms, think of it like resetting your mental software. By breathing consciously and repeating a symbolic number, you're choosing mindfulness over autopilot, clarity over confusion. And as you carry this awareness into your day, you'll notice opportunities showing up in subtle ways, perhaps a new connection, an idea, or even a stroke of good luck that feels like the universe affirming your path. So remember, while numbers may guide us, it's the clarity and calm within that truly unlock the jackpot of life. 5. Number 37. Transformation and growth. Let's talk about the power behind the number 37, especially as we move into Monday, July 7th, 2025, a day that carries the energy of possibility and personal transformation. In the wisdom of Buddhist teachings, every moment offers a chance to wake up, to see ourselves more clearly, and to grow. The number 37 isn't just a number, it's a symbol, a guidepost. It blends the stability of the number 3 representing body, speech, and mind in harmony, with the spiritual insight of 7 often linked to inner wisdom and a deeper life purpose. Together, they create a powerful bridge between where you are now and where you dream to be. But here's the key. That bridge isn't found outside of you, it's built from your willingness to change, to grow, to let go of what no longer serves you. Think of it like this. Have you ever stood at a turning point in your life, knowing deep down something had to shift? Maybe it was a job, a relationship, or even your way of thinking. That's the energy of 37. It's not just about winning a jackpot in money, but about hitting the jackpot of your own potential. There's a story about a young woman in Chicago who had always played it safe, working hard, keeping her head down, doing what was expected. But something felt missing. One day, she committed to doing just one thing different, waking up 30 minutes earlier to write down her thoughts and set an intention for the day. Over time, this simple act changed her career, her mindset, and eventually her life. The number she kept seeing during that time? 37. So let me ask you, what's one area of your life that's asking for change? Can you name 3 things you're ready to release or transform? As you reflect on this, try a simple practice. Close your eyes and visualize a golden bridge stretching ahead of you. Step onto it slowly, and as you do, repeat the number 37 like a mantra. Let it carry you forward as you say to yourself, I am on a journey of transformation. This isn't just a feel-good ritual, it's a reminder that your future self is being built by the choices you make today. And when you align your actions with that inner clarity, you don't just hope for luck, you create it. The deeper lesson? Change isn't something to fear, it's the very path to your freedom. Growth is not a destination, it's the journey itself. 6. Number 67. Mastery and Abundance. Today, I want to share with you the powerful meaning behind one very special number 67, a number many believe can bring not just luck in the material world, but deep spiritual fortune as well. Especially on Monday, July 7th, 2025. Now, before you think of this as just a number you might play in a lottery or see in passing, let's pause for a moment and explore the deeper message it carries through the lens of Buddhist teachings. You see, the number 6 represents the 6 key Buddhist virtues: generosity, moral discipline, patience, joyful effort, concentration, and wisdom. These 6 qualities form the foundation of a meaningful life. They are not just spiritual ideals, but daily practice-simple acts like being kind, staying honest, taking a deep breath when frustrated, putting your heart into your work, focusing your attention, and learning from every experience. And then comes 7, the number that symbolizes spiritual awakening and growth. It's the next step, the blossoming that happens when the roots are strong. Together, 67 becomes a symbol of mastery over the self, a kind of harmony between who we are inside and how we live outside. Can you imagine what your life would feel like if those 6 virtues became your daily rhythm, and each week you paused to check in with yourself, asking, am I living in alignment with my highest values? This is the kind of inner richness that can attract abundance on every level, not just wealth, but peace, clarity, and connection. So here's a little ritual you can try this week, especially as we approach July 7th. Each evening at sunset, gently say the number 67 aloud. Let it be like a mantra, reminder of your intention to grow. Then, write the number on a small piece of paper and tuck it under your pillow before you sleep. And once a week, choose a quiet moment to reflect on 6 personal goals. They can be small or big, and also list 6 things you're truly grateful for. This practice can subtly but powerfully shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. The Buddha once said, "A disciplined mind brings happiness." What if your luck wasn't about chance at all, but about your willingness to train your mind, to embody these virtues, and to step with intention into each day? Think about how would your life change if you treated every moment as an opportunity to grow, give, and awaken. Is there a goal you've been putting off that one of these 6 virtues could help you reach? Remember, lucky numbers are not just about what happens outside. They're signs and reminders pointing you inward, guiding you to align with your deeper wisdom. So, when you think of 67, think of it as a message, no just a number to live fully, love deeply, and grow wisely. You're not here by chance. These 6 lucky numbers found you for a reason. If you believe in the power of mindfulness and destiny, type Jackpot blessings in the comments to seal your intention. Keep watching to discover how Buddhist wisdom can lead not only to wealth, but to peace of mind as well. Bonus teaching: Buddhist wisdom on financial clarity, Paññā. In a world driven by hustle, headlines, and the constant pull of more, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or disconnected when it comes to money. We're taught how to earn it, spend it, invest it, but rarely are we taught how to relate to it with clarity, intention, or peace. That's where Buddhist wisdom comes in, not as a set of rules, but as a path of awakening. Imagine if your financial life wasn't a source of stress or confusion, but a place of insight, balance, and quiet strength. What if every dollar you spent, saved, or gave away reflected not just strategy, but soul? In this bonus teaching, we'll explore how ancient Buddhist principles like right intention, clear seeing, and freedom from clinging can offer fresh guidance for one of the most modern challenges: financial clarity. This isn't about deprivation or denial. It's about aligning your money choices with your deeper values, so they become acts of wisdom rather than reactions to fear or habit. Whether you're navigating debt, building wealth, or simply trying to feel less anxious about money, these teachings will help you slow down, see clearly, and make decisions from a place of inner stability, not outer pressure. Let's begin this journey not with numbers, but with awareness, because true wealth starts not in your bank account, but in your mind. Number 1. Right intention. In the journey toward financial clarity, the Buddha's teaching on right intention offers us a powerful compass that guides not just our actions, but the very roots of why we do what we do. When it comes to spending, saving, or investing, it's easy to fall into automatic habit chasing what we think we lack, buying out of boredom, or investing out of fear or ego. But Buddhist wisdom invites us to pause and look deeply. Why am I doing this? This single question asked with honesty can illuminate our blind spots and realign our decisions with what truly matters. Are we spending to impress others, to distract ourselves, or to fill a void within? Or are we using our resources to move towards something purposeful, like building stability for our family, creating opportunities for growth, or supporting causes that reflect our values? As the Buddha said, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. When our financial decisions come from a clear, wholesome intention, they become acts of wisdom rather than reactions to craving or fear. This is not about depriving ourselves, but about becoming conscious of the emotional charge behind money, because intention, not the amount, is what creates either suffering or peace. In modern life, where the pressure to consume is constant and subtle, marketed to us through social media, lifestyle trends, and even through the expectations of peers, it's easy to confuse wanting with needing. That's why the practice of right intention is so important. Before each purchase or financial decision, consider this. Is this an act of alignment, or am I trying to escape discomfort? Clarity comes when we slow down and get honest. You may find that a lot of spending is actually an attempt to buy peace of mind, yet Real peace comes from simplicity and self-awareness, not accumulation. As Dogen Zenji said, "A fool sees himself as another, but a wise man sees others as himself." In the same way, we can stop treating money as something separate from who we are and begin to see it as an extension of our values and heart. For example, choosing to save consistently, not out of fear, but out of care for your future self and your loved ones, becomes a quiet form of love. Investing with patience rather than gambling out of greed becomes an act of inner strength. When your intention is grounded in truth, even a small act like resisting an unnecessary impulse buy becomes a noble practice. Right intention transforms our finances from a battlefield of desire and fear into a field of wise cultivation. So ask yourself regularly, not with judgment, but with curiosity, what is driving me right now? Because when you align your money with your deeper purpose, it begins to serve you, not the other way around. And remember the words of the Dalai Lama, "We are visitors on this planet. We are here for 90 or 100 years at the very most. During that period, we must try to do something good, something useful with our lives." So let your financial choices reflect that usefulness, not just for you, but for the world around you. In this way, right intention becomes the first step not only toward financial clarity, but toward a life of peace, meaning, and true wealth. Number 2, clear seeing. Let's talk about something most people avoid but absolutely need: clear seeing, especially when it comes to money. In Buddhism, the practice of Paññā, or wisdom, begins with seeing things as they really are, not as we wish they were, not as we fear they might be, but just as they are in this moment. And that applies directly to your finances. Are you willing to take a clear and honest look at how much you earn, how much you spend, how much debt you carry, and how your financial habits are shaping your life? This isn't about shame or blame Buddhist. Wisdom teaches us not to judge, but to observe. So the question becomes, can you look at your financial life with the same calm awareness you'd bring to watching clouds pass in the sky? Every cent that comes in and goes out is telling you a story. Are you listening to it? When you track your spending not once in a while, but every month, you start to uncover patterns that reveal what you truly value, where you act out of habit, and where you might be avoiding something deeper. This awareness isn't cold or calculating, it's actually compassionate. Just like you wouldn't ignore a friend who's struggling, you shouldn't ignore your own financial health. And when you observe without judgment, you create the space to grow without guilt. As the Buddha said, to understand everything is to forgive everything. That includes forgiving yourself for past financial mistakes and choosing now with clarity to do better. Let's be honest, have you ever looked at your bank account and felt a wave of anxiety, or just chosen to look away completely? You're not alone. But avoidance creates more suffering, while clear seeing brings peace. When you look at your finances with honest eyes, you begin to regain control. You become a participant in your life, not just a bystander swept along by impulse or fear. And the beauty of this practice is that it's not about being perfect, it's about being present. When was the last time you reviewed your monthly spending with an open heart? Have you noticed which expenses truly bring joy or growth, and which ones come from stress, insecurity, or pressure to keep up? This awareness is powerful. It puts the steering wheel back in your hands. And what happens when we regularly track and reflect? We begin to shift. Small, mindful choices build momentum, canceling that unused subscription, cooking more meals at home, or even setting aside a little extra each month for future stability. These aren't just financial decisions, they're acts of wisdom. They show that you are taking responsibility with clarity, not out of fear, but out of care for yourself and those you love. The more you practice clear seeing, the more peaceful your relationship with money becomes, You're no longer stuck in confusion or regret. You're awake, aware, and moving forward. So here's a simple but life-changing question. Are you willing to face your money without fear? Because what you're really facing isn't numbers, it's truth, and truth is what sets us free. The lesson here is this: financial clarity starts not with a perfect plan, but with honest awareness. Don't judge, just observe. Look, learn, and let your monthly habits guide you toward wiser choices. In doing so, you practice the heart of Buddhist wisdom, seeing clearly, acting mindfully, and walking your path with courage and kindness. Number 3. Freedom from clinging. Let's explore a powerful but often misunderstood teaching in Buddhism: non-attachment, especially as it relates to money. In today's world, where success is often measured by salary, possessions, or investments, it's easy to fall into the trap of clinging to money as if it defines who we are. But the truth is, money is just a tool. It's not your identity, your value, or your soul. It can support your life, but it should never be the thing that owns your heart. So let me ask you, have you ever felt your mood rise or fall based on how much money was in your bank account? Have you ever felt proud when you had more, or ashamed when you had less? These feelings are signs of attachment, of letting money become more than what it really is. The Buddha taught, the root of suffering is attachment, and that includes attachment to wealth. But cultivating non-attachment doesn't mean rejecting money or living without it. It means using it wisely, with a clear mind and a free heart. It means learning to relate to money with respect, but not dependence. In simple terms, can you hold money in your hand without letting it grab hold of your mind? That's the path to freedom. When you tie your emotions to your financial status, you're handing over your peace of mind to something that constantly changes. The stock market goes up and down, job situations change, expenses appear unexpectedly. If your self-worth is tied to how much you earn or how much you own, your sense of peace will always be on shaky ground. But when you let go of clinging, you discover a deeper kind of wealth, the wealth of inner stability, of knowing who you are even when your finances fluctuate. So what does it look like to use money without being controlled by it? It looks like spending mindfully, not impulsively. It looks like saving not out of fear, but with calm intention. It looks like being generous when you can, not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because you understand that money flows not just in and out of your account, but through your life as a means to support kindness, care, and community. As the Dalai Lama once said, use your money to help others. Don't use others to make money. This is the essence of non-attachment, not grasping, not hoarding, but being in right relationship with the tools you've been given. And this brings up a powerful question. In what ways might you be letting money shape your identity today? Are you clinging to a certain lifestyle just to feel secure or worthy? Or are you allowing space to breathe, to detach, and to live guided by values, rather than by fear or comparison? When we stop letting money define us, we become free to define how we use money. And this is the heart of Buddhist financial wisdom, not rejecting wealth, but being wise enough not to cling to it. So remember, money is not your master, and you are not its servant. It's only a tool, neutral, flexible, and always changing. When you stop holding on too tightly, your hands become free to build something meaningful, to give generously, and to walk your financial path with peace, confidence, and compassion. In the end, it's not how much you have, but how clearly and calmly you hold it that defines your true wealth. If this message touched something in you, leave a comment with just these 4 words. Money is just tool. It's a simple reminder to carry with you and to share with someone who might need it today. Number 4. Pause before deciding. In the fast-paced world we live in, where messages, markets, and money move in real time. The ability to pause before making a financial decision might sound like a small thing, but it's actually a deeply powerful practice rooted in Buddhist wisdom. The Buddha often taught about sati, or mindfulness, which means being fully present before acting, especially when emotions are running high. So before you pull out your wallet, click Buy Now. Invest in something that promises quick returns, or even respond to a financial emergency. Take a moment, just one clear breath to center yourself. That brief pause can create enough space for awareness to arise, turning a potentially impulsive reaction into a thoughtful, values-based response. Ask yourself, am I reacting emotionally or am I responding with clarity? This one question can reveal a great deal about your state of mind, and it's a doorway to financial wisdom. We've all made decisions we regret: rushed purchases, reactive investments, loans made out of guilt, or even moments of reckless spending that came from stress or ego. But what if your decisions started with calm instead of chaos? As Viktor Frankl famously said, between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. In that spirit, pausing isn't just about delaying action, it's about reclaiming your power to act from a place of purpose, not pressure. This habit is especially important for men who often feel the weight of financial responsibility, whether as providers, leaders, or business owners. You might feel pressure to act fast, to fix things, to always have the answer, but true strength lies in the ability to stay grounded when things feel uncertain. Even when facing big choices like switching jobs, taking out a loan, or making a big investment, don't underestimate the clarity that comes from a breath, a question, and a pause. Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor." And when it comes to money, that anchor helps you avoid being swept away by fear, greed, pride, or social comparison. In modern life, where instant gratification is marketed to us daily, developing this discipline of pausing becomes a quiet act of rebellion and self-respect. So, the next time you're about to make a financial choice, big or small, slow down, breathe, and ask yourself if your action reflects your long-term values or just a short-term emotion. This simple practice can save you not only money, but also regret, stress, and emotional turbulence. The teaching is clear. When you create space between feeling and action, you make room for wisdom to lead. And as you cultivate this habit over time, you'll find that you don't just make better financial decisions, you become a person who lives with intention, steadiness, and peace. So, as we've explored today, the way we speak to ourselves, to others, and to life shapes more than just our conversations, it shapes our future. In Buddhist teachings, speech isn't just communication, it's creation. When we speak with mindfulness, truth, and compassion, we begin to align our inner clarity with outer success. That's how transformation happens, not by luck, but by intention. If today's video brought you insight or inspiration, I invite you to support this journey of wisdom. Please like, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next teachings that blend timeless Buddhist wisdom with everyday life. Thank you for walking this path with me. Until next time, may your words be kind, your mind be clear, and your heart be at peace.